Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it's the Hump Day Happy Hour Salute. And today we had Icebreaker, which is 123 proof, and hopefully it keeps us from freezing.
Yeah, it was an icebreaker, all right.
And if you want to say hello to people.
Jazzy Jeff is first out the box. How's it going? Quadruple F, how you doing? Jazzy Jeff is still there.
Wow.
Delightful Dawn, happy lunar back at you.
And welcome, or thank you for being a member, and welcome.
Popular Periwinkle, howdy back. I don't know, are those snakes on a plane or something?
I don't know.
It looks like snakes.
He's a member, so thank you.
Marvelous Michael in the house.
And thank you for being a member.
Awesome Antiquarian. Oh, you're the snake.
All right, hold on. Stop right there.
Yes.
What is your what are you, Mr. Magazine?
Cancer.
No. In the no, in the Lunar New Year.
I don't know what I am. I don't even know what that is.
You're a water oxen. I looked it up.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't even know that. Okay.
You know what I am?
No.
I'm a cock. I am. Wow.
They're very intelligent people. Very intelligent.
Didn't you ever read around the at the policeman at the Chinese restaurant, and they have all the various
years
things?
ago. Yeah, I can barely remember yesterday.
And you're a water oxen, and I'm a cock.
Oh, there we go.
I'm going to keep saying that.
You couldn't wait to use that. I see. There you go.
There you are.
Okay.
See, everybody's sharing it.
Wow.
Everybody's sharing it.
I was too busy today, I guess.
And thank you for being a member of Super Cedar Lights.
Fabulous Flippin' Roo. How's it going?
And thank you for being a member.
Marvelous Mr. Hot Wheels. Well, a lot of snakes on the plane.
Indeed there are.
Awesome Antiquarian.
Our Staples going out of business 50% off. They raised prices 20%. Oh,
of course. Yeah. They got that from,
they knew what they were doing.
Got that from Kohl's.
Real quick, did you see that that Macy's is going out of business at the Grease Mall?
Yeah.
Nothing is held back, and then you go there. Cosmetics aren't on sale, and
yeah, but all they're good. Like I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Yeah, nothing held back. Well, cosmetics aren't on sale, fragrances aren't on sale, and the cheap closeout stuff's not on sale. But nothing held back.
Yes, I went there right before I heard it was going to happen or something. So I went because I like polo. I went there, and all their polos were shipped out to Eastview Mall. Crazy.
Nothing held back.
Then I went to look at, not that I need another jacket, but they had some nice jackets, but still 25% off. 50 maybe, 75 maybe.
Staples price match. Oh, there you go. Oh, it was Icebreaker, 123 proof bourbon.
There you are.
I'm a goat or a sheep. There you are. Oh, thank you. We are too. And I'll tell you about that shortly.
It's the first time everyone's ever told him that.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you.
Nice. I use those.
I've got one over there, actually.
I use those when I go to hotels.
Do you really?
No.
I do have a UV flashlight over there.
Nice. Popular Paul Carl Cards. How you doing?
And Paul Carl Cards will be a guest on an upcoming episode at the end of February, talking about technology then. So
nice. He's the guy.
Indeed he is.
Brian Switz, related to Barry by any chance?
And thank you for being a member. And for those of you who don't know, he had his first Whatnot show yesterday, and glitch galore. Congratulations, you are now an official Whatnot seller. So there you are.
Good times.
All right, how are sales, everybody?
Well, let's just start with eBay. It's my only platform that is going downhill and downhill fast. I don't know what's going on. Got a lot of good stuff on. It was fine for a while, but everything's on sale.
Well, I guess we're going to find out what's going on in the glitch of the week.
Because the last, week or two, we haven't had a good day in almost 2 weeks.
Well, remember we had the glitch last week.
Yeah.
And we got another glitch this week.
Always something. But Amazon's doing great. We had some huge days there. Some guy ended up spending $5,000. Well, actually, let me think. Over $5,000 on Amazon with adult magazines, then another $1,500 to $2,000 on the website. So it was a very good day for adult stuff. What else we got? DVD site's pretty steady.
If you spend $6,000 in a day on porn, you might have a problem.
They're adult magazines,
Oh, I'm
adult
sorry.
men's magazines.
Oh, well, then you don't have a problem at all.
And then Whatnot, we're kicking butt.
And he bought one Batman VHS from you too.
Yeah, exactly. He knew what he was doing. But I think we had our best record day and Whatnot, over $2,000.
Oh, wow.
And then my niece had I think one of our best comic days today, about $800. We sold a couple biggies there. I showed you. So everything's good other than eBay.
Okay.
How about you?
Well, let's see how everybody else is doing there. Maybe we're going to talk about, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
True. Yep.
And the last week, my eBay sales are great. This week been slow. There's a reason for that, quadruple F. We'll tell you momentarily. Sales are good over the weekend. I'm worried about what may happen starting Saturday. Okay. Yep. Bathroom reading. Yeah.
Of course.
Hey, you must be having like your colonoscopy or something if you need that much adult reading for the bathroom. Sunday was a great day. One of the best in months. Yesterday, I sold nothing. My eBay has been, I had, I think, one good day out of the last 4 or 5. It has been bad. Really, really bad. When we get to the glitch area, I'm going to tell you one of the problems that's going on. And one of the problems going on is that Michael has been stealing all of our sales.
Apparently, yeah.
That is one of the problems going on. But there's another problem as well that we'll get into. Sales stink, but I haven't listed much in the last few days. Yeah, that does help too. Promoted, 39 out of 78. Offers report, 122 out of 252. Last week was 344 offers. So I was down 92 offers.
Wow.
So that's almost a 27, 30%.
That's a lot.
Drop.
Yeah.
That's a 30% drop in offers. So the traffic isn't necessarily there either. Last year I had 158, so I'm up over last year, 196 2 years ago. Didn't sell anything on million.dollar.peddlers. Didn't sell anything on Vivs-Views over on eBay either. Did sell one item on Biblio. Woohoo! They're almost paying the fees this month. And I did sell 8 items on Etsy.
Wow.
So I can't complain about that.
Etsy's kicking butt.
Yeah, Etsy is the new eBay. How about any buys? Anybody been buying anything?
Man, I haven't bought much. I mean, Aaron's driving all over the Eastern Seaboard right now. He's coming in tomorrow night, like 5 different deals, whole truckload full of stuff. Other than that, I got my regular customers bringing me that stuff every week. You know, today he brought me like 100 sealed DVDs, which is kind of cool, like regular movies. But you know, they sell on Amazon. You know,
especially sealed.
Yeah, $3, $5, $10. You get a rare one here and there, so I can't complain. Other than that, nothing else going on for me.
All right.
How about you?
I'm glad you asked. No buys for Dawn. I went to an estate sale that looked like it could be good because it had a lot of older stuff in it. I ended up buying one $2 book that's worth about $50. Was not worth going to, but I did pick it up. Nothing for flipping Roo. Wasn't worth going to, but yeah, what are you going to do? There is an estate sale tomorrow that I plan on going to. I was showing Mr. Magazine right before. Got a bunch of old comics. Unfortunately, they probably are priced accordingly, but might be something other in there that I can make a couple of bucks on. There are some things that Mr. Magazine might need, so might be able to buy them for him and go from there.
You can always pay a little more when it's for me.
I can indeed. Glitch of the week. Well, we've got a number of glitches this week. Couple of small ones, and then we're going to tell you the reason why your eBay sales are low. One of the big problems is Mr. Magazine. The display on the computer that I use over at his store got completely screwed up. He doesn't know who did it.
I do know what happened to your tape, though.
Oh, what happened to my tape?
Lori took it.
Why?
No idea.
Oh, all right. Well, we're halfway there. Somebody or other screwed up the display, and Paul, we need you to come out. You got to help me with the display. Basically, I can't see the time, and I'm doing a thing about technology today.
Yeah, exactly.
I just cannot get it back to where it was. I know it's absolutely insane. But the reason why your sales are low, I don't know if you noticed this or not. Picking up an ephemera lot tomorrow. Oh, there you are. Offers on eBay were not coming in the eBay messages. So you would get an offer and it would not be in the messages. I pointed this out to a friend of the channel, Auction Professor. I was getting emails with offers. He wasn't even getting emails.
Wow.
So he wasn't getting emails or messages. What he had to do is you have to go to the Seller Hub to the tasks area. And if you go to the tasks area, it will say that you have offers to accept. So do check there. That is the workaround that worked for him. I was lucky I got the email, but if I deleted the email, it was not in my messages.
Wow.
So that was the workaround. So my question is, if they're having all of those problems with offers like they had last week, and they're having all those problems with offers this week, and I had a situation where it said, you have 4 offers to send. And I clicked for the 4. I had 1 offer to send and 3 weren't eligible. What are the odds that 3 of my offers are not eligible to be sent out? So they're having some problems with the offers still. They were having the problems last week. They're having a different problem this week with them. And we don't know what's showing up on the buyer side. The buyers might be having trouble making offers.
Right,
Who knows what could be going on? There are glitches galore in the offers area, and that is what is affecting our sales. I 100% believe that.
Crazy.
Yep. Canadian eBay sellers are also losing our quarterly shipping supplies. Oof. So we'll be losing ours soon. Yep.
Amazing. Aaron's in the house. How's it going, buddy?
Are you supposed to be driving?
He's a big Chiefs fan, so he should be very happy.
There you go. Did he pay the refs off, or look, did everybody just kind of?
I don't pay him enough. I don't pay him enough to do that.
Exactly, Don. Exactly. I had a bunch of thrifts and resales Monday. Very few pickings, but I did get a few higher end hats cheap. $150 profit. Not a bad day.
Yeah.
I mean, unless that's local auction a couple of weeks. One item in bulk lot of comics, mostly new, recent release from distributor, approximately 100,000 pieces. Ooh, you would be.
If it's a good variety, though. If it's not like, okay, there's 20 different,
Well, yeah, as long as there's more than 20 different titles.
It depends on the duplication on them, but
yes, Mr. Magazine would be interested enough.
Sure,
yes, certainly. Thank you. Thank you, Super Cedar
That'd
Lights.
be great. Yeah.
Super Cedar Lights.
See, I wouldn't know. I don't.
You don't pay attention? Really?
No, I can't say that. I can't say that.
Is this a new thing?
He knows me too well.
Taking part in the top 1% special coupon. They are also showing 17 of my 47,000 items, and I have sold 1 additional item. What a complete joke. Oh, wow. Wow. That is, but you made 1 additional sale, Kelly. That's the important thing.
It's well worth it. Lucky Lewis, how's it going?
It's a good day anytime we see you, Lewis. Site changes. The CSV file from eBay now changes how your postage reads. It used to say priority for everything. When you downloaded your CSV, it no longer says that. Just to let you know if you are one of the people doing that. And
wow,
nice.
That's good stuff.
But one of the most important changes this last week, did you relist stuff today, Mr. Magazine, on eBay?
Yes, I did.
What did you notice?
Nothing. You said it's an honest show. I'm just being honest, okay? I'm being honest here.
Well, I noticed, Mr. Magazine, that prior to today, if you relisted items into the store and you had a number of items to list, it would come across with a little bar that was blue that would say relisting your items, and it would relist your items.
Okay.
Today, when I relisted my items, it came across with a little bar that says we're relisting your items. And now the bar is the color of the eBay logo. So it has all 4 colors.
It's odd. I didn't notice that. Maybe it's glitching for me.
Isn't that amazing?
It's very
amazing. Offers don't load. You don't get messages about offers. You aren't making sales, but you got the nice color now when you relist. And that is kind of what's important.
Yeah, true.
So it looks a lot. Site's gone to hell. You can't sell anything, but it looks better. And there you go. Rumor has it Josh Allen tries his hand at reselling. He's done with football. There you go.
Actually, he's on eBay selling signed CDs of Haley Steinfeld.
Is he really?
No.
Oh, he might be. I don't know. You said it so. Maybe he was going to quit football and sell Pokemon cards too soon.
God. Poor Josh.
So the item of the week this week, which was supposed to be last week's item of the week, is this beautiful comic right over here of Roy Rogers. And we're going to test Mr. Magazine because he claims he's this genius when it comes to comic books. We're going to test Mr. Magazine's knowledge today, and you're all going to learn something today from Mr. Magazine.
Trigger.
Yes. What do you notice, Mr. Magazine, that's interesting about this comic?
This side's blank.
Yes. And why would that be, Mr. Magazine?
A glitch.
It is not a glitch.
A glitch in the printing press.
It is not a glitch, Mr. Magazine. It is also white on the inside. It is not promotion, Mr. Magazine.
It came out of a box of cereal.
No, it did not.
It was dropped in acid.
On Dell Comics from the 1950s, if you have the white inside.
More like Smell Comics.
Exactly. That means it was printed in Canada. Ooh. These are the Canadian version variations. So if you see the white inside, it is a Canadian version.
Dawn knew that. She was just holding out. She didn't say anything.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So there you go. So if you do see them with the white inside, Canadian version, make sure that you note it as such, and you can get a little more money for it just because they're much rarer.
Go back and then Mr. Buys Lots in the house.
Oh, yesterday the app showed several listings I could send offers to. One on the computer, none showed. They were visible to send out. Yep.
All right, Mr. Buys Lots in the house. How's it going?
Hey, is this thing on? Is this thing on? Hey, Mr. Buys a Lot. I will be going down to visit him, and a week later, Mr. Magazine will be going down to visit Mr. Buys a Lot.
We call it a twofer.
We do. We got some big deals in the works. Big deals in the works. So the Canadians are too lazy to. Wow,
that's terrible.
Shots fired.
That's terrible.
Shots fired. Oh, that's terrible.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Oh, and there, Mr. Buys a Lot with this patented LOL, which I don't tend to get. I usually get an okay. At least he hasn't okayed me yet, so that's a positive. Countdown to Brimfield. We are moderately successful this week. There you are. There you are. You got censored. Insulting offer of the week. There's only one because nobody's making offers on eBay.
Oh, it makes sense.
Mr. Magazine had a Darth Maul Sith Lord Deluxe mask for $63. Got a $20 off. There. Thank you, Mr. Buys a Lot. Now I feel like this is the real Mr. Buys a Lot.
Yeah.
This is the Mr. He said okay.
Spanish, David.
$20 offer on that. So that is cool. Confucius Joke of the Week. Are you ready for this, Mr. Magazine? Make sure you stop by my Whatnot shows 20 past the hour. We always do a Confucius joke. This is my favorite Confucius joke of the past week. Confucius say, man who made New Year's resolution to stop smoking and looking at girls spend the most miserable afternoon of his life. Man who made New Year's resolution to stop smoking and looking at girls spend the most miserable afternoon of his life. There you are. That was the Confucius joke of the day.
How many years can you go with it until you run out? I just got to know ahead of time how long we're going to be doing the show for.
They may have done a second book. I'll have to take a look.
Super Schmidt's in the house. How's it going?
And I want to give a public shout out to Schmidt. Two things. Schmidt helped me today setting up a Whatnot auction. I did not know how to do it. I call it the Mr. Buys a Lot way to do it, where you list just like you do as well. You do comic 1 through 50. I thought that was under temporary listing. It's actually under quality listing. I did not know that. I do now. And Schmidt also sent a Sensation Comics number 71 or 77 coverless.
Cool.
She had asked if she should put that in a junk journal auction. And I go, no, I'll buy it from you. And she said, I'll send it to you.
Cool.
And I definitely do appreciate that. And that has got a treasured place in the collection. And Mr. Magazine just saw the collection room, and you see the treasured places.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But yes, Mr. Buys a Lot, thank you so much. I think the deal's going to go down mid-March, I think. So we're working on that right now. But the weight limit's perfect. We got 450 banana boxes of adult stuff. So it's always exciting for me.
Yeah, and definitely do want to thank Mr. Buys a Lot. He did share a lead for us as far as somebody to use for trucking, and it paid off. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. Yeah.
9 books today, the most ever. Wow, that's nice, Periwinkle.
Good stuff.
It's nice. I heard that Canada is eager to become our 51st state. There you are. Yeah. Welcome. Eager. They are eager beavers. As far as
I heard that it's a negotiation tactic. If we make Gulf of Canada, Canada might come aboard.
That might work. Yeah. Good news. The Batmobile case has been closed.
Okay.
That was one of your buyers.
I was thinking of Joe Burrow.
The Batmobile.
Oh, yes, it was closed. Yes.
Oh, my God.
There's a lot of Batmobiles going on.
I'm glad one of us pays attention to business.
I got a customer. I call him, not to his face, Armpit Jamie. He collects Batmobiles, and I owe him 100 in trade, so I got to find all these Batmobiles for him. Generally, he comes in the summer with a tank top, and I don't think he showers very often. So, behind his back, we call him sometimes Armpit Jaime, but that's just me. Nice guy, though.
That's good. That is
And
good.
then we have Joe Burrow's Batmobile, which $3 million. They're making it for him right now. And now we have the eBay Dispute Batmobile.
Yep. So we ended up
And we won.
Finally, we were able to send the case to. That's true, John.
Very true.
We were able to send the case to eBay to make a decision on it, and they made a decision in about 5 minutes. Tracking showed delivered, which is what we said. I don't know what the guy was saying. I don't know where he got the information, and it went to the wrong address. Perhaps UPS said it, but then he was saying Mr. Magazine said it. Well, why would Mr. Magazine say it? We sent it to the proper address on file.
Exactly.
So whatever. Mr. Magazine got a weird message. I know this is going to shock everybody. Hi, sorry for bothering you, but I would like to know if you can help me with the purchase of this item. Almost every day I receive messages with offers, discounts, but unfortunately the problem persists. However, like I said before, with other items that you are selling, it is possible to buy normally, so I believe it is something with the specific item. Mr. Magazine often sends letters or emails like that to me with question marks. That one I had to send him back with question marks because I still don't know what it meant.
Yeah, it's every day we get weird stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Beisel. I do apologize for that. We're irreverent sometimes. We have to break Canada up into several states. Yeah, probably. Yeah, good
sure.
point.
Yeah.
That is a lot of work. That is a lot of work. eBay Cuter coupon. There you go.
Exactly.
Person reached out to me wanting new coloring books of vintage titles, like an Underdog coloring book and others. Do you have these new? Like, no, I don't. But I did tell them I would look out for them because, again, you never know. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you kindly. You are one of the good ones.
Wow.
So that's all it takes is to look out for coloring books. I'm a good one.
Yeah.
Mr. Magazine had a customer claiming that the comic book they ordered didn't arrive, which they were right because we refunded it. But then they said that the tracking shows that it was lost in the mail. I disbelieve that.
I've never seen a tracking say that
never say a tracking, never say, yeah, we lost this. Not really the way that it works. Mr. Magazine may have another gig if this reselling doesn't pan out for him. Somebody reached out to him. Hello, I would like to get my mini book published along with my amateur porn distributed to go along with it. Please get in touch. So a lot of touching going on. I don't know if Mr. Magazine reached out or not, but
I was thinking of doing porn coloring books like Jenna Jameson, the legends
with Underdog.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
there you go with Underdog,
like a Tijuana coloring book.
Mr. Magazine had a problem. Hello there. I started collecting pinup girls and found your store. When I went to see your other items, they are all blank and require verification. If I click on an item, I can see it, but I have no interest in clicking on 500 items. How do I get verified? LOL. Silly. You can't. That is eBay protection for the young, basically, is what that is. Age verification type deal. Unfortunately, there is no cookie that saves it. You have to click through constantly.
It's crazy.
I mentioned a little while ago that the gentleman always asks about the bot bags and how, do you remember that? He would ask if the bot bags were in the catalogs. And I gave him kind of a snide answer last time that I always picture them because years ago, somebody or other would ask all the time and never buy anything.
Right.
So he asked again.
Yeah.
This gentleman asked again, maybe a totally different gentleman. I don't know, but I answered back. As noted before, I picture everyone after years ago, someone always asked, yet never bought one catalog from me after I dug it out and posted the pictures. It was never anything he wanted. I did a lot of extra work, yet this person never bought any items. So to avoid that, I picture them if they are there. Sometimes I can't believe people. Apparently my time is worthless. Just how some people think, I guess.
That's great. I love it.
I'm suspecting it's probably the same guy because this guy has like 0 positives.
Right.
And he probably lost his other account and he's back around trolling, wanting to know what they look like. And I picture them if they're in there. Yeah. And I'm not going to dig it out because years ago, sir, you made me dig them out.
Right.
And you never bought from me. And it's one thing if you said to me, I want bot bags. Do you have Underdog? That's a fair question.
Right.
But if you always want pictures of them and you never buy them, at some point,
it's crazy.
You wasted my time.
Hello.
Interesting other things. I don't know if you saw this or not, and I want to thank, he's not in here right now, Metal for Gemini sent me the link to the story. The guy with the largest Andy Warhol private collection with over 30 pieces lost most of it in the Los Angeles fires.
My God.
Yep. Hopefully it was insured. Are you the guy buys a lot? Are you the guy that's been bothering me for years? Oh, why you?
Man, that sucks.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. I know Mr. Buys a Lot used to come up to Allentown all the time for the paper show, and Schmidt Auctions is over here. We have a lot of big doings going on at the Allentown paper show. We're going to be doing live. Like I had anything at all to do with it, but I'll take credit. A very rare one. There you go. Now I know. Schmidt Auctions is going to be doing a train all 3 days from Allentown. So that should be a lot of fun there. Well, that didn't come out right at all. A whatnot train all 3 days on at Allentown. So if you're a whatnot seller, definitely do reach out to Schmidt. If you're going to be down at Allentown, you'll be able to do that. We'll also be doing interviews over on whatnot. We have 1 to 3 o'clock. I will be doing interviews with various dealers along with the promoter of the show. So it should be a lot of fun. If you are going to be set up there and you do want to be interviewed, reach out to Schmidt Auctions. They stuck her way back over in the corner. But it's her first show over there, so might be because she's doing trains. I don't know. Someone wanted to see the Kiss pick in the magazine. I can send it to them and I added it to the listing. Someone else bought it. There you go. Perfect. That's always positive. That's always positive. Did you ever see the movie Le Mans with Steve McQueen?
Nope.
Did you see the Porsche from that movie sold?
That's not the one Seinfeld owns? The race, because it didn't meet its reserve.
$27.5 million it sold to Jerry Seinfeld. He owns 2 of them.
Oh, really? Okay, because he put one up and it only went for 25.
Really?
He wouldn't sell it.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
It's
blue with the orange stripe. It's the race car.
Really? Because the article I said he bought this for $27.5 million to Seinfeld.
Oh, I mean, he had one for sale, but he didn't take it. Didn't
really?
Reserve, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope Seinfeld's good with his money and he doesn't run out of money. Comedians got to be careful with their money, Mr. Magazine.
Yes.
You heard what happened with Jay Leno, right?
No.
You haven't heard?
No.
You saw where Jay Leno fell down that hill?
Yeah, his face was all messed up.
You've heard what they're saying it is, right?
No.
He owes money to the mob for gambling, and he got beaten up.
Wow.
That really is what the rumor is out there.
I mean, he's got to be worth hundreds of millions.
Yeah, exactly. He's worth $100 million, and he's not paying $100 for the mob.
You say he owes $50 million. I'm pretty sure he's paying $50 million to the mob and not getting his face caved in.
But that is the rumor going around.
Wow.
Is that Jay Leno, that's why I said Seinfeld very careful with his money. So if he's getting beaten up too, there we are. Yeah. Oh yeah. Go back to Sun. Yes, Sun Creations will be on the 12th. This is a show. Not that we don't look forward to every show, but we're really looking forward to this show. Sun Creations, do check out. Has a great channel with all about junk journaling, and we'll be on talking about junk journaling. And I think we're all going to learn an awful lot. And we have offered as well to be on her channel at some point. So it'll be a channel trade-off. Should be a lot of fun. I think that all of us at Sell Ephemera will learn an awful lot from that. No pressure at all, son. No pressure at all. So it should be really, really good. Nice. There you go, Eric. There you go. Did you see this, Mr. Magazine? A book publisher, his son, up in the attic, found some paperwork, like a bag up in the attic after his father passed. Just stuff in there. Started looking through it. Original drawings and notes about Winnie the Pooh from the author. He brought that to an auction house, went for $118,000.
Crazy.
To just find the stuff like that up in the attic. Junk journal of all types of paper and other things for sure. There we go. It's going to be a fun show, definitely. Clear your schedule, son. We may be talking for 6 hours. Who knows? Mr. Magazine has some huge news as well. I wait till he drinks to tell him.
You say it better. You should tell him.
Well, I've heard a rumor that you've hired somebody new.
I have.
Who have we hired?
Mrs. Papergoy.
That is right. And when does she start?
Monday morning.
tomorrow she is going by for some
training. Yes, starts tomorrow for training. Yes.
Oh my God. Already trying to chisel her out of her hours. It's amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's packed from before, but they're having some changes. Supplies have been moved, all that kind of stuff. She's coming by, and definitely want to wish Mrs. Papergoy a happy birthday. It was her birthday today.
Wow, nice.
So Mr. Magazine, of course, didn't bring her anything, and
I brought her a new job.
There you go. So yeah, she's allergic to marijuana, and at her other job, a lot of the customers and a lot of the other employees use it. And she was coming home every night miserable, having to take Benadryl. And Mr. Magazine was gracious enough to hire her. And, she doesn't need much training. She's done it before. So
yeah,
there we go.
Yeah. Well,
Should be a lot of fun.
With our growing whatnot, we're definitely going to need more out of her down the road.
There we go. Junk journal. Well, could be some. Thank you, Don. And thank you, Flippin' Roo. Did you see that a real Batmobile sold?
Which version?
From 1966.
Ooh, I love
Batmobile
those.
number 3, it was called.
Wow.
George Barris actually designed it.
And this is one used in the show then. If it's
Yep.
number 3, yeah.
Yep. And everybody said it was a bargain, and I'm assuming Mr. Magazine probably bought it because it only went for $495,000.
It is a bargain. There really is.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. They're saying, what happened to it? Why didn't it get the bid?
I mean, they have retro mods that go for that, and there's nothing compared to that car. That's
yeah, right. That's exactly what they said. They said a retro mod like went for $350 or something like that,
yeah,
and that's
crazy.
$495.
And those are like they weren't used in the show or anything, just like remakes. Yeah, crazy.
Jeff Beck guitars were on display before the auction, and one Jeff Beck guitar went for over $1 million.
Wow, that's crazy.
And a Stradivari violin is up for auction as well. Actually made by Stradivari, which we all have heard of Stradivarius. I mean, that's all that we know in violins. I don't know any other violin maker. They're expecting it to go for $18 million. See, but I could see that.
I get, yeah. Well, how old are they? How many did they make?
I don't know, 1,500, 1,600, something like that. I mean, it's an old. I'm not a violin guy by any means, but it is definitely old.
Yeah.
It is definitely
to survive all these years are fragile,
and it's a famous maker, et cetera, et cetera.
Wow.
I would look at it as a piece of art, honestly.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, for it lasting that long,
sure.
And all that.
Yeah.
So you could see that. 18 million for that, or 18 101 cards that go for $1 million each.
I mean, I would think the Honus Wagner, the Gretzky one would be comparable to that nowadays in this market. 20 million, 15, 20 million.
Right.
Actually, more since that Manual's 30, they say the Manual 10, so it could be 50 million, really.
Oh, there you go. You sell you for $1 million.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Guy bought an old law book from a bookstore in New York City and had, just the paper in it that you find. He started looking through it and he goes, "This is an interesting piece of paper. Wait, what is this?"
Sounds like you.
Exactly. Except I don't have this kind of luck. Threw his slide into the crowd at the State Fair and landed in my hoodie. Wow.
Well, that's got to be worth 100,000. The guitar's $1 million, right? And you can't have one without the other.
That's true. So the guy found some paperwork in it and he was like, "Oh, this is kind of cool. What is this?" And he ended up having to take it to an auction house. A 1788 copy of the Declaration of Independence worth about $3 million was found inside of a book.
This is crazy.
Inside of a law book.
What town was this in?
New York City. So he bought it out of a New York City bookstore, and it was just sitting in there with just paperwork sitting inside the book. I'm happy when I find a bookmark.
It's just crazy. Stories like that still happen. It's just nuts.
Yep. You've heard of Fanatics, correct?
I have.
Did you see they're opening a trading card store in the UK?
Wow.
They said they're not going to open them in the USA because there are so many trading card stores in the USA, but that there really aren't a lot in the UK. So they want to build up the UK market by having them over there.
Yeah, branch out after that.
Does Tiny Tim play the guitar? I consider him number one. I don't know if he plays
I'll sing that Christmas one about Santa.
I only know tiptoeing through the tulips. That's all that I know.
No, it was on Howard Stern. You know what I'm talking about. You just don't want to say it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Can you read cursive, Mr. Magazine?
I think so.
You have a superpower.
Really?
The National Archives is seeking cursive readers to volunteer to read cursive because nobody nowadays can read cursive. None of the kids can. So they're afraid that all of that knowledge is going to be lost. So they want to save it all now.
Well, I don't get out of bed for, under 10,000.
Okay, Linda Evangelista. I have an old-looking copy of the Constitution. Found a book. Oh, well, hey, you never know.
Yep.
Kobe Bryant game-used shoes from the Achilles game are up for auction. Expected to go for $800,000.
You might as well round it off to $1 million.
There you go. Wow. 18th century cursive they want transcribed. There you go.
Oh, I don't know about that. Then it might be different.
Did you see that well, let me ask you this, Mr. Magazine. I know you know this. April 18th, 1923.
Okay.
What happened that day, Mr. Magazine? I'll drink while you expound.
So a person was in a coma for 17 days. And then they finally got up and they said April Fools.
That was a pretty good prank they played.
Exactly,
Very good prank they played.
Yeah.
It also was the first game at Yankee Stadium.
Wow. Okay.
A ticket from the game is up for auction.
Wow.
It's been graded altered as it has a piece of tape on it.
Okay. Only one in existence? Or
no, there are like 15, 20 of them in existence.
Wow. Okay.
They very rarely go up for sale. An authentic altered one went up for sale in 2016 for $8,000. So they do not know what this is going to go for. 25?
I would think so. Yeah,
Right.
It seems cheap, and compared to other, Wemby one of 50s graded 9s to go for that. So I mean, I would think that someone should pay that.
Oh, I'm going to save this story till the end of this over here. The Alaska, you've heard of the golden spike, right? They do that with railroads. When they complete a railroad, they pound the golden spike in.
Okay.
The Alaska Golden Railroad spike, they thought it was going to go for $50,000. A bunch of Anchorage Museum and some Alaska businessmen teamed up, and they were able to buy it at auction for $201,600 at Christie's.
Wow.
4 times the estimate.
Crazy.
Which story do we want to read first? I got two doozies here, Mr. Magazine.
I can't wait.
So BBC, not that one, they had an Antiques Roadshow, and they had a Chinese vase that they had on there, and somebody had brought it in, and the expert said, it's a very good-looking vase. Well, at that point, it was a vase. It wasn't expensive enough to be a vase. It's very good-looking.
Yeah.
It is a very authentic-looking reproduction.
Okay.
It's worth about 800 pounds.
Okay.
So about $1,000. It's a very nice item, but it's a modernish reproduction.
Yeah.
The people weren't really sure about that. They held on to it. They ended up bringing it to an auction house. Turned out it was real, and it went for 53 million pounds. So it's like a $60 million piece.
That company that said it was 800 should be like bankrupt, out of business.
So the expert said it was worth 800 pounds, and it went for 53 million pounds.
The worst if they offered him 800 for it. It would have looked really bad.
It probably went over like 200.
Yeah.
You get 200 on it. This is a nice reproduction. So,
wow.
Yeah, it turns out that it was indeed
Very
original. And very few of those obviously exist. $53 million versus 800. Goes to show that sometimes the experts don't know everything.
Yep.
Want to thank Random Neighborhood Kid. We are apparently done with our ventriloquist lessons. He updated the NVIDIA driver, and that appears to be what the problem was. So thank you, Random
Neighborhood Kid.
Kid.
Is that why their stock plummeted?
Yes, that is the reason why, because he figured out how to use it. I was wrong. You're not going to hear that very often. I was wrong about the Buffalo Bills. That was for entertainment purposes only last week. Hopefully you didn't really take everything and sell it and put it all in the Bills. I was wrong.
No, I didn't take everything, but I took $1,000.
I was wrong.
But I'm happy. It's $1,000 that makes me, my wife thinks I'm insane. I don't gamble much like I used to anymore. So, but I just said, I don't know what it is in my head. I'm messed up, but I'm happier for them to lose and pay $1,000 than if I were to make $1,000 and them win. I don't know. It's weird.
As long as you're happy.
It's weird.
That's all that matters.
And the Greek said I mushed him since I bet on him.
Oh, there you go. Hey.
Yeah.
So did you buy The game used snow from the Philadelphia Eagles.
No, did not.
Did you hear about this,
I
Mr.
did hear
Magazine?
about this. $50 a ball or something.
$50 a pint. They had 100 pints of game used snow from their playoff game versus the Rams. So they made 5,000 quick dollars for some snow. What is your opinion on this, Mr.
So
Magazine?
basically, to make this work out, you have to treat it as an organ that they're delivering to someone dying. You have to keep it in a little igloo cooler with ice packs, or else what good is it? It's just going to be water then at some point.
That I hadn't really thought about that until I was just reading the story. So you actually got ice, or did you get water by the time it got to your house?
Well, you got the ice, it was like a snowball or whatever a pint was. You have to keep it
in your freezer.
Like if you had, well, I guess if you had a pickup truck, you just put it in a back or something. Maybe you get a plastic bag or something you have there in your car or something. You're good. And then as soon as you get home, you put, but like it probably took a long time to get out of the parking lot, a couple hours, right?
Well, no, but the Eagles actually sold this. This was
right.
official.
No, I know. Yeah. But I'm saying is like if you bought it, now
were they selling at the game?
I don't know. I thought they were.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, I don't know. I could be wrong.
And how were they?
Because they came up like shortly after the game or the next day. So I'm like, well, they're not going to come back to the stadium, right?
I don't know. There's a lot of good questions.
Good questions, yeah.
A lot of good questions. Well, if anybody needs any Papergoy snow, I'll charge you half that price, and we'll figure out the logistics. I got a whole bunch of my front yard right now.
Yours are yellow, though.
Don't eat that. A couple of other things here. Did you see the Paul Skeens 101 autograph was pulled and it's going to auction? Oddly, the 11-year-old was not enthralled with sitting with Olivia Dunn.
It is crazy. Yeah. And what they offered all kinds of, I don't know, some money too, right?
Probably.
I feel like it was $100,000 plus an experience or something like that.
Well, plus 30 years worth of worth of season tickets. Yeah.
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 But the kid was smart.
Yep. Nope, none at all. Few reasons. Number one, I work out of the house, and I wouldn't want anybody in the house. You start getting into potential OSHA issues, all that kind of stuff. I don't want to even deal with that.
Oh my God, OSHA have a field day in here. Oof.
Thank you. So I don't want to deal with that. Yes, everybody understood what you were saying in the first place. You don't really need to.
No, just stretch my neck out.
You don't really need to act over the top. That's my job. But and number two, I have run the numbers, and if I were to get a warehouse and one person, I would essentially be paying for a warehouse and one person with no more money in my pocket and a lot more stress.
Yeah.
You'd have to go and get 4 or 5 employees and have the nut to be able to handle that for a while until the things they list catch up to the things that you sell.
Well, it took me years to get to this. It was one employee, then 2 for a year, maybe 3 the next year, then for little by little.
What did Eric say about his commercial move?
Oh, sorry.
The commercial move. I grabbed a few lithographs they threw out. Oh, hey, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
We'll talk, Eric. We'll talk. You can always donate them to the show, and I'll put them up behind me. Just saying. I'm needy, so you can just give them to me, Eric. Well, I'm retired now, so I've reached a new plateau as far as that goes, because I had been doing it around the day job. Now I will plateau again, which then all you really can do is you have 2 options, Lewis. Either get better stuff and list higher price stuff, or really work on the volume where you get, easy stuff to list, but like let's just say concert tickets. You get 50 concert tickets. And you can boom, 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 one after another. And all you have to do is, it's Grateful Dead, June 18th, 1997. Grateful Dead, June 25th, 1997.
Right.
Grateful Dead, July 3rd, 1997. That kind of deal.
Yeah.
Thank you, Don. Thank you. What is this? The Papergoy roast? Is that what we're doing today? Do have a question for you, Mr. Magazine.
Okay.
What happened? Were you able to get? I shouldn't even ask, were you able to? How easy was it getting those negatives off for eBay for the international shipping calls? Those negatives you got because they were all international shipping problems?
I don't know because I still have like 8 negatives.
Oh, but what happened when Lori called?
I don't think she called.
Oh.
How'd you know? You knew this, huh?
I just assumed because they were still on there.
Oh.
Yeah, she's supposed to call.
I
because you should be taking those
the
off.
problem is it's one of my emails that's to remind myself from like, once it goes over a week and I missed it, then I don't see it. So I gotta look into it. All right, Monday, that's our thing. Monday, one of our things.
I'm figuring this out, Don. I'm figuring this out. I have broad shoulders. I can handle it. All righty. We're gonna go into the main thing over here. Well, indeed. Technology in reselling. And I wrote down on my paper here that you do not see as a parentheses, both using and protecting yourself from it. Take it away, Mr. Magazine.
This is the easiest question you've ever asked.
Okay.
One word answer.
Okay.
Paul.
Okay. Nice. All righty. Like and subscribe. Paul does have a channel as well. We'll see you next week, everybody.
I definitely pick his brain. I'm not a technology guy. I used to be back in the day. I was current.
Sure.
I was current in the 90s and 2000s.
All right. We can tell at this point because it's well beyond the statute of limitations. Why were you good at technology? There's two reasons.
I needed to be. We didn't know anyone. I was younger.
What was one of the big things that you were doing? Not that one, the other one that you were doing.
Getting like
your father. What did he want? You had to figure out how to burn tons of DVDs and grab things and do this and do that because he wanted every
even those boxes usually get cable and Showtime and you have to flick them and this and that or program the cards, the satellite cards. Yeah, we went through all that crap here.
But that was why your dad was like, "You got to do this."
But it was fun. Like George and I, we were in our 20s. You know, it's like we're like spies or something. I don't know. It's kinda, it was fun back then. But now, when there's younger kids that they're my employees,
right?
Here, just do this for me because I know they'll knock it off. I don't have to, have a mind melt, or I'll reach out to Paul or something like that. Or you even sometimes you may have an experience where you know how to solve it, or someone to talk to, or the web girl, she knows people. So there's a lot of people out there that we know that can help where I don't have to like figure it out anymore.
Right, you've gotten lazy in your old age, is what you're saying.
Yes, I have.
It's any day. I figured more of a roasted audience. That's true.
Oh, that'd be cool. I think I did have some cassettes. Yeah, some bootleg cassettes. Yeah, that's true. Yep, those are cool too.
Oh wow, that's cool. Hey, nothing wrong with that. So I brought this up because I did go to an estate sale on Sunday, and I went in the back room with books, and I saw a gentleman was there with books, and he was looking up all of the books with that. And I think another guy was walking around the sale, and I don't know if he was using Google Lens or if he was showing the sale to someone at home, seeing if they wanted stuff.
Yeah.
Because he was just walking around holding the phone up.
Maybe he was a pervert.
He did fall down in front of me and get up skirt, but that's a whole nother story. Why was I wearing a skirt? It was darn cold. But
you can't do that anymore.
No. But no, he was walking around with the phone as well. And I just kind of was laughing because I ended up buying a $2 book, paying $2 for a $50 book. Even after
barcode or no?
No.
Oh, okay. But he was even looking those up?
The one guy, he was.
Because you don't even input the title and stuff.
Or using Google Lens or something like that. He could have been doing as well.
It amazes me though, because I got a guy that comes in for comics. We got, what do you think, 5,000, at least 5,000, maybe even 10,000. And they've been picked through for years. I don't even add any new stock. Every now and then I might put some new stock in, but not too much. And he'll go for 2, 3, 4 hours scanning, and then he'll buy 2 comics for $2 each. And even if there were $20 each, I mean, I'm sure at this point, there's no $100 or grails in there by any means. We cherry picked what they were good at the time years ago. But the point is, like, is your time not valuable? Like, really, unless it's something you need out of your collection, you're not going to find anything super rare there.
Right.
But to spend 3-4 hours, it's amazing.
No, right. So my thought was, so many people are using the phones out there. If you focus on the obscure, they can't look it up.
Right.
If it's a one-of-a-kind item, good luck to them.
Yeah.
So focus on the obscure stuff. They're also doing it at the estate sale. They probably will do it at a flea market, but some flea market vendors aren't going to let them. Flea market vendors, get out of my booth. You're not doing that. Get out of here. As far as that goes, so if you go to the flea markets, you do have the advantage there because they might not be able to do it. Also, if you build up the networking with the flea market dealers, they're going to hold the stuff for you.
Yeah.
Any number of times I go to the flea market and they go, oh, I got stuff in the car for you. Oh, I put stuff aside for you. Here, are you interested? And unless the stuff is really overpriced, buy it because they actually held it back for you. So definitely do them a favor. Yeah, I'll take it all. What do you need for all of it? And just buy it all from them.
Yeah.
That way it's not picked through from the people that are using the technology to do it.
Well, you should get the Ray-Bans has these Meta sunglasses.
John, there you go.
Meta sunglasses. It works just like that.
Yep. I experience finding things nobody else will send eBay. Yeah, absolutely. That is 100% of the way to go. And then the other thing is, focus on house calls. If you're able to get into the houses, the people want the stuff gone. Now, they're generally not going to let you sit there item after item after item looking it up.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have some level of knowledge, some level of skill. You also have to feel them out as to why are you selling? Oh, you're moving in 3 weeks. I'll give you $100 and I'll take all of it.
Yeah.
And then you look it up on your own time, get it all out of there. Oh, you're just kind of downsizing, but you don't really care. And you're going to have 3 other people in. Well, yeah, then I am going to pick the best of the best and leave the other stuff there for the other people. But if you can get it at a house call as opposed to the estate sale, because the estate sale is public, anybody can be there doing it. House call is just you to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time at a library sale. I mean, I'm not saying don't go to a library sale, but don't waste your time sitting there. Everybody's going to have scanned everything already.
Yeah, exactly.
Another big thing is start talking to the people that you see out there with the cameras and the cell phones and all that stuff. Find out, act stupid. Hey, what are you doing?
Are you taking a selfie?
But what you're trying to get out of them is, oh, are you selling stuff on Amazon? A lot of people share.
Yeah.
And if you know that they're selling on Amazon, they're buying different stuff than you are.
Right.
If they're selling on Etsy, they're buying different stuff. If they're selling on eBay, they're buying different stuff. If you can find out, and a lot of times the easiest possible way is simply ask them. They will share with you.
Yeah.
If they're like, oh, yeah, I'm selling on Amazon. Oh, you got one of those programs that clicks in if it's above, 100,000 seller or whatever it is, or 10,000 seller. The more information they give you, then you can buy things that they're not interested in, because they might have the thing hooked up that it's only 100,000 or better seller.
Right.
Well, you got a good priced item. It's 105,000 seller. They passed right by it because it didn't ding for them.
Yeah.
Oh, cheers, Lee. So the more that you can find out about what they're doing, then you can work yourself around what they're doing. I think that because I think more and more people are going to use them. I've seen a lot more of it lately than I have in the past. And Whatnot is a whole different, as you know, you sell a whole different group of things on Whatnot
for sure.
than you do anywhere else.
Yeah.
So somebody following me, knowing that I'm selling on Whatnot, well, they can look for the higher priced items. Because I'm not paying $25 for a trade card.
Right.
But if the pile of trade cards is $1 each and I buy the whole pile for 50 cents each, I'm doing that.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not paying $25 for one because I don't know them.
Right.
So you following after me, knowing what I'm doing, you're not going to waste your time looking for the cheap stuff because that guy bought it all already.
Exactly.
I'll take the better stuff.
For sure.
I used to use my phone for hard goods, but usually I find books cheap enough and just kind of go for certain ones, look them up later. Absolutely. And don't be afraid to say how much for everything. Books are a little tough because you could really bog yourself down with books. But, AI is coming. I guess that's what I'm saying. More and more people are going to be using it. Just be prepared for it. Have the expectation that a lot of stuff that you see will be picked. But again, the more you can figure out about what the person or what AI was looking for, there's still value out there. Always going to be value out there. Just learning how to work around, because it is a completely changing landscape. It really, truly is on that. And maybe the way is advertising to get into the homes. Maybe that's what you end up having to do at some point because you can't find anything at the sales.
Sure.
Who knows? Who knows exactly where that's going? Paul Carl has reached out to me, and we've been talking a little bit. And he has a lot of really, really good ideas about AI. And I throw a little bit of water on those ideas and play devil's advocate sometimes, but not out of any maliciousness. I happen to be bullish on it as well, but it should be a lot of fun having him on, and he'll be on at the end of February. He's a good friend of the channel. Do check Paul Carl out, Paul Carl Cards. He's got a great station channel over there. So do check that out if you haven't already. Or I'm drunk. One or the other, Eric. One or the other.
Is he smitten? He gets smitten with certain celebs.
I do. And that is very true. All right, we're on into the rambling story of the week. Now, Mr. Magazine has two, and I put the kibosh in both of his stories this week. You'll hear his stories over the next couple of weeks.
Good ones coming up.
So you remember the story that I told you a while? No, you don't. But the rest of you remember the story I told you a while ago. Actually, I'm going to put you on the spot, Mr. Magazine. Do you remember the rice-a-roni story? It is the San Francisco treat.
I do remember a story, but I don't
with
remember.
Random Neighborhood Kid. And he put the wrong amount of water burned it,
microwave,
shut the microwave down, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
So the microwave has a fail-safe in it that if it overheats, it shuts down, and then it comes back on after it's cool enough. I don't know if yours has that or not.
I don't know. Never happened.
Well, why don't you? I'll invite Random Neighborhood Kid by, and he can make some rice-a-roni, and you'll find out for sure. So I was cooking today. I had made something or other, used the microwave for about 7 minutes, and then put another item in, used it for about 3 minutes, had another item in, and all of a sudden, beep, the microwave went off.
So this is the same one from a couple years ago.
Yeah, same microwave. Microwave went off. I said, oh, all right. I must have been using the microwave too heavy, and it shut down.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there waiting, and it doesn't come back on, and it doesn't come back on. I said, that's odd. That's been a while. It should have cooled down by now.
Yeah.
So I go in the basement, and the circuit breaker tripped.
Okay.
I said, what the heck happened? Breaker tripped. So before I went down there, I tried the air fryer, which is plugged into the same. Well, I didn't know this. I thought it might be. Sure enough, the air fryer is plugged into the same circuit, and that wasn't working either.
Okay.
So I said, all right, let me check the circuit breaker. So circuit breaker tripped. I go to try to put the circuit breaker back on and try 4 or 5 times. It finally sticks over, and then it falls back. Finally sticks over, falls back.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck is going on with this? So I come back upstairs. I have it stuck over, come back upstairs. Nothing turns back on. I go, it must have fallen back. What's going on? So I call my handyman. And yes, he did. And he hated kids too, but that's a whole other story. Get out of here, kid. You bother me. So I called my handyman and I said, hey, what's going on with this? Whatever. Sent him a picture of the circuit box, yada, yada, yada. He said, could be a bad circuit breaker. It could be something or other, like could be the plug. I checked that. I plugged the microwave into another thing that worked fine. So It wasn't that.
Yeah.
He said, could be something as simple as the ground not being right. Things just go wrong sometimes. I'll come over tomorrow and I'll check it out for you. I said, all right. So no microwave. Guy's coming by tomorrow.
Okay.
I call Random Neighborhood Kid, who's an electrician. And he goes, well, I could help you. I go, yeah, I already got the handyman coming by tomorrow, whatever, yada, yada, yada. I told him what happened. He goes, yeah, that is kind of crazy. He goes, you stick a penny in the old way. Yeah, that's safe. He goes, yeah, I don't know. He goes, you weren't able to get the circuit breaker back on. I go, no. He goes, you turned it off and back on and it didn't work. I go, yeah. As soon as I hung up, I go, turn it off? So I went in the basement. All these years, I didn't know you actually had to take the circuit breaker and move it to the off position before you moved it back on.
Oh, wow. You just went to go like that?
I just went like that, and it doesn't work.
Wow.
So public service announcement. I am this close to being an electrician now. You actually have to turn it off before you turn it back on.
Technology and microwaves.
My handyman was laughing very, very hard and said, now I see why you've called me before to come by to change light bulbs. Let's keep it that way. So just to let you know, you have to turn the circuit breaker off before you turn it on.
Exactly, yeah.
So
true. I even knew that. Because of my laundromat trips, breakers, the heater, the water tank, all that stuff. Yeah, it happens occasionally.
Yeah, I thought you could just turn it back on. I didn't know you had to turn it off first. Why would you have to turn it off first? Mm-hmm. Stupid. Mm-hmm. All righty. So that was the fun electrician thing.
Ooh, that's a good gift.
How about electricity for dummies?
You probably have one somewhere.
I probably do. I do know that if you take the fork and you stick it in the outlet, you can tell if the electricity's working or not.
Well, if it looks dry, you just.
Oh, really? That'll work?
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah.
All right, I'll give that a try. All righty. So I do have to call Random Neighborhood Kid tonight. And tell him that I fixed the circuit breaker, and maybe forget to tell him why I fixed it. I don't really want to tell him how stupid
Maybe he
I
does
was.
what the doctors do nowadays, $25 for a call.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll try. All right. You have any whatnots coming up, Mr. Magazine?
I do. So tomorrow we're doing, let's see, Alicia's doing, oh, actually, I got news. I didn't even tell you this. So let's see, Alicia's doing 3 to 5
Right.
comics, but she's also doing 1 to 3 Playboys. We're trying out Playboys.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're going to try them out because I figured I have a endless supply of Playboys, over 50, 60,000 at this point.
Wow.
And then James is doing 3 hours, so he's going to be doing 5 till 8.
Wow.
So basically, what did I say? 1 to 3, yeah, 1 till 8 o'clock between Playboys and comics between the two of them. Sunday we're doing 8 to 2, Saturday and Sunday, and we found a ton of great rock records in his collection that we've been pounding out. So we had our best weeks recently.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
How about you?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. I've got the usual rotation. I am 10 a.m. on Tuesdays. I am going to be every other week doing postcards and every other week doing print ads because Mr. Magazine did give me about a 6-foot pile of print ads that I have just had in the basement for a long time. And I finally said, need to get them out of there before I burn the house down.
Nice.
So I'll be selling those. 4 p.m. on Wednesday is books or magazines, depending. 4 p.m. on Tuesday, all times Eastern, is ephemera, and 4 p.m. on Thursday will be books. I also next week have coming up on Tuesday, Shopahala. Schmidt Auctions has put that on. Do check in with Schmidt Auctions if you ever are interested in being part of an ephemera train. She definitely will hook you up with that. Should be a lot of fun. So I'm part of Shopahala, and I'm doing everything in dollar, the dollar holla at the Shopahala. And next, that's about it. That's what we got going on between now and the next show. Do want to thank you all for coming on out today. A lot of fun. Again, save yourself some money. Turn off the circuit breaker before you turn it on. A little handy tip from Paper Guy. I feel like Fire Marshal Bob.
Yeah.
Do hit the like button if you could, and we will see you next video.
Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.